Imagine ancient Rome. The Forum bustles with activity. This is the world of Julius Caesar. He was a brilliant military strategist and a shrewd politician. Caesar's life and death changed the course of history. He transformed Rome from a republic into an empire. Caesar's story is one of ambition, power, and betrayal. Caesar's military campaigns are legendary, with his greatest conquest being Gaul. This region encompassed modern-day France, Belgium, and parts of Germany and Switzerland. The Gallic Wars were brutal conflicts lasting almost a decade. Caesar's strategic brilliance led him to victory.
He was a master of logistics, keeping his army supplied. His soldiers were renowned for their fighting prowess.
The conquest of Gaul had a profound impact on Rome. It brought vast new territories and resources. Caesar became immensely popular with his troops and the Roman people. Caesar's victories in Gaul made him a hero in Rome, but also made him enemies. The Senate, fearful of his ambition, ordered him to disband his army. Caesar refused, knowing this was a declaration of war. In 49 BC, he crossed the Rubicon River, marking the beginning of the Roman Civil War.
The Rubicon was the boundary between Gaul and Italy. By crossing it with his army, Caesar was committing an act of treason against the Roman Republic.
The Civil War was a bitter and bloody conflict. Caesar's forces clashed with those loyal to the Senate, led by Pompey. Caesar's military genius was on full display as he won a series of decisive victories. Caesar's victory over Pompey at the Battle of Pharsalus in 48 BC proved decisive. Pompey fled to Egypt, where he was assassinated. Caesar pursued him and became embroiled in Egyptian politics, eventually establishing Cleopatra as the ruler of Egypt. Caesar's actions reshaped the Roman world. Caesar returned to Rome triumphant but cautious. The city was still reeling from the Civil War. Caesar knew he needed to consolidate his power while appearing to respect Roman traditions.
He was appointed dictator, initially for a term of 10 years and later for life, granting him unprecedented authority.
Caesar implemented a series of reforms to address the issues that had plagued the Roman Republic.
He granted Roman citizenship to people in newly conquered territories, extending Roman influence and fostering unity.
He reformed the calendar, creating the Julian calendar, which remained in use for centuries.
Caesar also initiated public works programs, providing employment and improving infrastructure. He established colonies for veterans, ensuring their loyalty and providing land for the landless.
These reforms were popular with many Romans, but Caesar's growing power and ambition alienated some members of the Senate. A conspiracy was formed to eliminate the threat they believed he posed to Roman liberties. The Ides of March, March 15th on the Roman calendar, dawned like any other day. However, fate had a sinister plan in store for Julius Caesar.
A group of senators led by Marcus Junius Brutus, a man Caesar had considered a friend, plotted to assassinate him. They feared that Caesar's ambition would lead him to declare himself king. They believed that his death was necessary to save the Roman Republic.
On that fateful day, Caesar entered the Senate chamber, unaware of the danger that awaited him. As he addressed the senators, the conspirators surrounded him and drew their daggers.
Caesar, caught completely off guard, tried to defend himself, but he was outnumbered and overwhelmed.
Caesar fell to the ground, his body riddled with stab wounds. The conspirators had succeeded in eliminating Caesar, but their actions would have far-reaching consequences. They had plunged Rome into chaos and unleashed a new wave of civil war. The assassination of Julius Caesar did not save the Roman Republic as the conspirators had hoped. Instead, it plunged Rome into a new period of civil war.
Caesar's death was avenged by his adopted son Octavian and his loyal generals Mark Antony and Marcus Lepidus. They formed the Second Triumvirate and defeated the forces of Brutus and Cassius at the Battle of Philippi in 42 BC.
Octavian eventually emerged as the sole ruler of Rome, taking the name Augustus and becoming the first Roman emperor. The Roman Republic was no more. It had been replaced by the Roman Empire.
Caesar's legacy is complex and multifaceted. He was a brilliant military strategist, a shrewd politician, and a ruthless dictator. He conquered vast territories, reformed Roman law and government, and paved the way for the Roman Empire.
Julius Caesar remains one of the most fascinating and controversial figures in history. His life and death continue to capture our imaginations, reminding us of the enduring power of ambition, the allure of power, and the fragility of republics.